Okay, welcome everyone to the wallet development and dApp developer session for today, Tuesday, February 4th. Go ahead, Raphael.
Okay, so basically, what I've been doing for 3 weeks, but not in full time because I didn't have much time. But I'm upgrading my code to reflect the changes in R-Node 9.19 because this release includes a web API, and the previous ones only included gRPC APIs. So right now I'm porting some core communication with R-Node to HTTP instead of gRPC. So basically it's very much simple to communicate through HTTP. So I still have some very minor issues, but I think those issues are due to my setup being a standalone node. So basically the problem is that the finalized block value does not change over time. So basically it's always 0. My standalone node, which is the only node in the network, does not validate blocks. So the answers I get from the prepare deploy HTTP API includes a block number that is different from the last finalized block value. So this is the only issue I've got, but I think it's only an issue for standalone, so it might be a minor issue, but it can be turned around because I can still rely on the old gRPC API, which is last finalized blocks. So basically, yes, I'm updating all my interfaces, all my types to reflect the new structures of, for example, of the signed data when we send a transaction. So I've got a few repos, so it takes a bunch of time. There is the dAPI, the R-Chain toolkit, which is the main repo I use to communicate with R-Node. Then there is the dAPI CLI, which allows anyone with Node.js to upload web applications or files to the blockchain. Then there is the dAPI node repo, which is the gateway that sits between a R-Chain node and the dAPI client. So it is a program every dAPI network members will have to run aside from R-Node. So I have to update it as well. And then I've got some few repos to update. And basically, I'm getting ready for a mainnet release and for the dAPI beta network release that will follow the main network of our chain. There still is one issue that will block the dAPI release. It is always the same. It is the long time of getting data name requests. But as Tomislav explained a bit earlier, or in the previous weeks, there will be some ghost deployment. I don't know how Rao called it, but it's not ghost, it's another name for deployment that will not be included in the blockchain. So basically it's free rolling execution in performed by the nodes of the network. So this is a feature we need if we want to get the current value of some channel in rolling. So when this feature is out, the website or file loading inside dAPI will use this feature instead of getting data at name or listening data at name. So this is the thing I'll be waiting for the release of DAPI with Beta Network. That will be, of course, powered by the ArchChain main network. So that's it.
Could you speak to what advantages or the difference between the HTTP API and the original gRPC?
I think Tomislav understands gRPC better than me, but I would say that the toolkit that is used to perform gRPC communications is very much heavy, and it's a bit opaque. I don't know the English word, but I can't understand exactly how it works. There is some serialization and some fancy stuff.
Okay.
In comparison, the HTTP API is just JSON, which is a very standard format, and HTTP requests. So it's very much simpler to get our hands on HTTP.
Okay. And I guess simpler also indicates speed as well. Maybe is there advantage with the speed performance of communication?
I think this is equivalent. Basically, the advantage of gRPC is that you can easily communicate with gRPC from any language or any environment, and you do not have to provide a API describing the fields that must be filled for a specific route. Okay. But so basically now with the HTTP API, that's what we have to do, is to know which argument we must provide, and we cannot validate it before we perform the actual HTTP request to the node. So that's the difference, but it does not matter very much. It does not matter very much also because when we send a transaction, we send a signature with it, and we do not send the private keys or some non-public data. So basically, the absence of but yes, I might be saying some, I might be mistaking a bit.
Okay. Thank you. That was helpful. Well, it's about 20 after, and it doesn't look like Arben's going to be joining us today, and I'm not sure about Tomislav. So what we might do is just have a shorter session today. Gary, I won't be able to attend the DApp developer session later today. If you're available, perhaps you could join in to see if anyone attends. Would that be possible?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Okay. Okay. Well, if no one has any other thoughts or questions, we'll just go ahead and end it here today, and then hopefully next week Arben will be back, and we'll pick up on the ArchChain wallet and start moving that forward. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Raphael, for giving us update on the work you're doing. We appreciate it. Okay. Thanks. Have a good day, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.